Happy Tuesday, everybody. I call it Toe Tapping Tuesday. And I just had to ask a question of any of you here. If you or someone you know is on the verge of burnout, being completely exhausted and to the point of almost losing yourself in your work, losing yourself around your family, not sure of what's going on, being completely brain fog and clouded with your judgments and not being able to focus and just being miserable because you have these really high expectations of yourself, or you're just working so hard, you're not getting enough sleep at night. And if this is you, I want you to know this message is just for you, because I want to tell you that once you go down the path and slide into burnout, trust me from experience, it is a crazy hard climb to get out of. There's almost this breaking point where you hit and your body and your mind and your soul all of a sudden realize that the only thing that is going to happen going forward is it's going to force you to slow down and force you to rest. Things are going to go out of whack with your health. Your mind is going to play tricks on you, and you're going to feel nothing but extreme exhaustion and frustration and anger and jealousy and rage. And the exhaustion part is the hardest part, the fatigue. Okay, so if you have been in this position, I want to tell you that this is common, especially in today's world, because we're being pushed on every single area of our life. We're being squeezed out of us. The joy is being squeezed out of our life. The possibility is being squeezed out of our life. And if you take a look around and just listen to the news for even like 20 minutes, I mean, you can live in complete fear storm and not get out of it. So what is your ability to get out of that? Like, what do you have inside of you right now that you can literally help yourself out of that? Because if you're really ready to like reroute the train, so to speak, and get back on the other side of the tracks and get back to the sense of like simplicity and ease and joy, I am telling you right now, the only person that can do that is you. Now, do you want some support with that? Do you think that you can do it on your own? You might be able to, for sure. But I'll tell you, I spent 20 years looking into and researching personal development myself. I got very clear on what emotional connections were and getting really in touch with myself. And even though I had like shattered confidence, it was one of those things that I just couldn't do on my own. Like, I literally had to reach out for help. And I'm telling you, if you do go down the path of burnout, you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price with your job, with your income. You're going to pay the price with your relationships. You're going to pay the price with how you connect with your kids and your loved ones. And I'm sorry to say, but nobody is in charge of you making that change for you but you. And I have heard the most incredible stories of people who have jumped out of complete burnout and have been able to make a comeback, and they've overcome sheer shame around that. They've overcome the fatigue. They've overcome it. Was it a process? Hell yeah. Did it happen overnight? Nope. Some people, it doesn't take weeks. Some people, it takes months, and other people, it takes years. But let me ask you this. How long has it taken you to get into burnout in the first place? It hasn't taken you days. It hasn't taken you weeks. It's taken you years of the same habits that are driving you into this space of fatigue and exhaustion and like literally not being able to do the basics of life anymore. not being able to function the way that you used to because your mind is so clouded and cluttered with all the stuff. And so let me tell you, there is a way out of this. But the first thing you have to do is you have to accept that you may possibly be in this position. That's the first step. You have to actually acknowledge it, right? And with that comes uncertainty, comes fear, comes anger, comes a lot of wishing that it wasn't this way. But if you're in it, you know you're in it. So you get to stand up and make a change. And I have good news for you. I am hosting a webinar. It's a masterclass on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. And I'm going to be talking about this topic because if anyone understands how to not only live through burnout and live through the horrible parts of it, but also to come out of it, I have experience in that. And I also have experience around coaching people through the tough stuff and the things that feel impossible into getting clarity for it so that you can take a look at what's going on in your thoughts. What's going on with your external factors around you? What's going on with your relationships? My job is to support you through your entire holistic wellness, wholeheartedly, so that you can show up for yourself and understand that you get to have the help. You get to have the support. You're worth it. Because right now you don't feel worth it. I know you don't. Because I sure didn't. I was like, there's no way I can invest in anything for myself. I can't invest the time. I can't invest the money. I can't invest the energy. Nope. I'm just going to go in this and put my head in the sand and carry on the way I am until I had some serious butt kick conversations with my loved ones who told me exactly what I needed to hear. And if you are in this position, let me tell you, I get to be your butt kick. Because it matters to me more that you find your way out of this. And you may be pissed off at me for even saying this to you, but I'm no longer ashamed or afraid of that because this could literally save people. Burnout is not something that God intended for us to have. It's basically a man-made thing. And we make all the choices that we make throughout the day, throughout our week, that carve out our experience. And we also have this 6 inches between here and here that determines our quality of life. And so if you want support around how you can shift that, how you can change that, how you can derail the train and get on to the other side of the tracks, I'm your girl. And let me put it this way. Come hear some serious strategies on how you can do this. And I'm going to teach you directly how to get rid of the thought clutter that is going on up here and get rid of it so that you can not only focus on what matters, but you can get rid of it and easily keep it away because it's going to crawl back on you. Your thoughts are not necessarily your friends, but you also have to understand that your thoughts don't define who you are. You think they do, but they don't. And when you come out the other side, you get to say and find the thoughts that do carve out who you are. But right now, you're not in that spot. So we get to just take a look at what's cluttering up here, pull them out, pull the energy off of them, and allow them to sink in to what it truly means. What are the themes associated with all of these thoughts that you have? What are the emotions around them? Without being judgmental, just being real. And having a supportive community around you to take a look at that. Because it isn't an easy process. But is living in complete exhaustion, fatigue, and confusion and having strained relationships much easier? Likely not. So do yourself a favor and sign up for Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Join me, hang out with me, and allow yourself to share what's going to go down. Because I can promise you this, regardless what you take away from this, it's going to be something that's going to spark some sort of inkling that a shift is possible for you. At least you'll be able to try it on. I'm going to give you the strategies right then and there. So if you want to get clear around having a focused Christmas and knowing what is possible for you, sign up, register for releasefromstress.com, and I will see you there.